At first glance, it doesn't make much sense to start thinking today about things that you might not think about for another 10 years. But what if you could avoid having regrets in the future by simply being aware today of the things you might regret? Then it's worth giving it some thought, isn't it? Lack of time together. Anyone who works knows that it's not always possible to spend the whole day with the kitty. Going to work is part of life, unless you work from home. However, each of us also has free time. And this should certainly be spent with the cat. But sometimes cats don't receive enough attention from their owners. If so, the regrets can be big years from now, because unfortunately, you can't make up for the time you didn't spend with your cat, and that's one of the things we often only become painfully aware of when it's too late. No new cat. Even though cats have the proverbial 9 lives, at some point they run out. As a rule, cat lovers can't bear to live without a pet for very long. But what if you miss the moment when it still makes sense from your point of view to bring a cat into the house? What if you wait until you feel too old to have another cat? But there's good news. It's especially difficult for older shelter cats to find a new home, and they're very happy to be adopted by calm, settled people. Ignoring overweight. No matter how agile most cats are, increasing age, neutering and inadequate or excessive feeding are reasons enough for a cat to be overweight. As a cat owner, it's up to you to keep its weight within healthy limits. It's a fact that obesity has a significant impact on a cat's life expectancy. Have you simply been ignoring its excessive weight? Joint pain, premature death, and last but not least, high vet bills can be a real headache for you. Poor nutrition. Overweight, underweight, food allergies, and other health problems are often the result of a poor diet. Sugar, grains, artificial proteins instead of healthy meat, and uncountable additives are found in many cat foods that are advertised as especially healthy. Often cat owners only realize what this permanent fast food can cause after many years. Many times it is already too late. Lack of a playmate. Cats are not loners, however persistent this prejudice may be. Although there may be cats that are happy and content to be the only kings of their own 4 walls, they represent a very small percentage. For young cats in particular, there's no substitute for feline companionship, even with the greatest amount of human love. Have you never allowed your velvet paw to have a sibling or playmate? Are you just beginning to wonder whether it was really a loner now that it's old? This can lead to regrets and feelings of guilt. Being alone all the time. We're not talking about you going to work. This rather means that you have permanently left your cat to its own devices. For example, by turning night into day, constantly being on vacation, or being away from your cat for days at a time. Always misunderstood. Communication is everything in a good relationship. Of course, we can't talk to our cats one-on-one. But we can still interpret their body language, their signals, their sounds, and gestures. If you don't try to do this, or if you just fail to find out what your cat wants from you, it may end up lying in a corner, listless and unhappy. This can make you very sad. Lack of fresh air. Whether your cat is an outdoor or indoor one is ultimately a personal decision. If you've decided to keep your cat indoors, you want to make sure it can also enjoy the fresh air and watch exciting scenes. Whether it's bird watching at the open cat-proof window, catching flies on the balcony, or walking the cat on a leash. The outdoors is an ever-changing and dynamic environment compared to home, and offers many exciting things that enrich a cat's life. Doing without all that can make you sad in the end. One thing you certainly won't regret is petting your cat. If you want to know what your little furry friend thinks when you pet it, click on the image on the left to go to our video on this topic. Or do you want to learn what are the 6 warning signs that your cat might soon suffer kidney failure? Then click on the image to the right now and watch our video about it.